Hello and welcome to your meditation for this month. This meditation will be a simple guidance for coming into a more somatic experience with our emotions. Often when we are feeling emotional, we can get caught up in the story. And simply bringing the emotions into a felt experience can allow us to embrace them more wholeheartedly, to have less resistance, and to simply perceive them with the presence that we are. I'd like to invite you to come into a comfortable seated position. This can be cross-legged, in a chair, or even on the couch. Finding whatever position works for you, making sure your body is comfortable yet attentive. You can lie down on the ground if you'd like, but if you know you have a tendency to fall asleep in meditations, I would like to encourage you to instead sit up straight. Getting any final squirms out of the body as we come into this position. And closing the eyes or having a soft gaze at nothing in particular. Taking some big, full inhalations through the nose and exhalations out of the mouth. Full inhalation through the nose. Full exhalation out of the mouth. Do this a few times. Feel as though with each exhale you release the muscles in the face. You release the muscles in the jaw, the tongue becomes heavy, shoulders fall away from the ears. Spine is stacked, but muscles of the back and the front of the torso, they soften and sink down to the earth with an exhale. Softening in the arms and hands. And a softening in the legs, the hips, the knees. 2 more big breaths. Softening the entire body now. And just coming into a soft and natural breath. No control, no effort. Really, you don't need to tell the body how to do this. It knows how to do this. And I'd like to invite you to turn your attention towards whatever emotions are present here now. Whatever's here, we don't need to label it as good or bad. Knowing ourselves as pure presence, as pure awareness, we do not need to differentiate our experiences, good or bad. As pure awareness, pure presence, we are open, we are spacious. We are radically accepting the experience that is arising within us, no matter what our mind may tell us about it. And as we turn towards this emotion, the mind may want to tell us stories about who did this to us, or where this emotion is coming from, what caused it, how we can solve it, how we don't like it, how we don't want it to be here, or maybe how we love it, how we hope it'll stay. Notice all of the thoughts that we may have surrounding the emotions, and for a moment we just turn our attention away from this. And just for this duration of this meditation, we're going to turn our attention towards the felt experience within the body of the emotion. The original and more raw experience of the emotion. Before the mind came and told us stories. Before the mind associated the felt experience with a thought. And if these thoughts continue to come and tug on your pant leg, asking for your attention, we do not need to feel as though we are a victim of our thoughts. We do not need to feel that we are in battle with them. We don't need to fight or resist. Just like a small child, our thoughts are begging for our attention. And so when they come, we kindly pick them up, holding them gently, and we say, I see you, and I'll come back to you in a moment. But for right now, I'm turning my attention towards the physical body. And if it's helpful for you, you can imagine as though you take all of the thoughts, put them in a little bag, and place them to the side for now. Off the cushion, off the chair, off the mat. And it's just you. Awareness. Experiencing the physical body. And we move as attention towards those areas of the body that may hold tension or tingling, tightness in the throat, tightness in the jaw, tension in the shoulders, all the different ways that emotion can manifest. Butterflies in the belly, shining in the heart. Remembering there's no such thing as good or bad here. And with a kind of childlike curiosity, we move towards the sensations in the body. The particular areas that are calling for us to see them, but we often overlook as we are distracted with the stories of the mind. Here and now we can say, I'm here for you, body. I give you all of my attention. You are absorbed in me as awareness. As pure presence, I hold you without judgment, without criticism, without falling into any stories of good or bad. And I'm here to simply feel and experience you fully as you are. Knots, tension, joy, butterflies, all of it. So with our awareness, we gently touch the places that are calling for our attention. Allow the attention to travel anywhere within the body. And to just gently caress these places with awareness. We don't want them to change. We're not encouraging them to go. We're not trying to keep them to try to make them stay. Like a child, we have no idea what they mean. No such thing as liking or disliking. What if this was the first time you ever had this sensation in your body? And if at any time we feel overwhelmed, we can just come to the breath and breathe big breaths into those areas that may feel a little bit more tender to touch into. Again, we're not trying to change, we're just using the power of our breath to support us as we maybe enter into uncharted territory. Maybe places within the body we've been avoiding for some time. And it's okay that we've been avoiding them. We don't need to feel any guilt or shame here unless it's a physical sensation. We're not gonna fall back into stories telling us that these emotions are not welcome, that they're not okay, that we have done wrong. We are radically embracing the body for what it is in this moment, intimately experiencing each aspect of the body, fearlessly, courageously, tenderly, lovingly, holding these little spaces in us like a small bird that's fallen from the nest. I'm here for you. I see all of you. You're welcome to stay as long as you need. I accept every aspect of you. And it's okay if the attention dances from place to place. Allow attention the freedom to explore, to embrace the whole body. Be careful of the mind's tendency to want to force the attention into a particular area that maybe the body or really the mind perceives as being a problem area, being an area that needs attention. This is not true. There are no problems here in the body, not from the aspect and perspective of awareness. As often as you need, you can reassert yourself as pure awareness. The one who perceives both body and mind without identifying. And if you feel to move any part of the body. Really, this desire to move doesn't come from the mind. It's a natural intuition of the body, a way that it needs to express and release any old or stale energy that may be kind of collapsed within the body, held there. Remembering we can always return to the breath. It can be a great aid and assistance as we open up just a little more to this kind of intuitive, uncontrolled movement. For myself, there was a tension in the belly, and the belly just naturally wanted to kind of circulate itself, to press itself forward. And we can paint the body with the hands, gently caressing the arms, the legs, the face, fully feeling the experience of sensation within the physical body. Not trying to fix, heal, or change anything. Purely perceiving the body as presence. Maybe the shoulders want to move, or the fingertips. Or maybe we just simply want to be still with the quietude of the body. No movement is necessary unless it's naturally coming for us. A few more big breaths wherever we are. Slowly coming back into stillness. If we aren't already, allowing our awareness to move like a wave throughout the body. Noticing changes in sensation, changes in perception, but not identifying nor labeling them as good or bad. If the mind jumps to labeling the body as good and bad, this is fine, but we know that we do not have to believe these labels. This is a habit of the mind, which can be helpful at times, but is not in any way truth. And if the emotions and sensations that were there at the beginning of the meditation are still here, we do not need to perceive this as a failure. It wasn't our intention to make these emotions go. We're not trying to fix or heal anything. As pure awareness, we are welcoming and all embracing of the entirety of the human experience. All we were doing was giving the body the attention, awareness that it deserves, it needs. Recognizing that this is a practice that we can come back to at any time. Taking a few more breaths here. If you'd like, you can place one hand over the heart and one over the belly. Notice the gentle and smooth inhalation and exhalation. Feeling gratitude for this practice and our ability to be here with ourselves fully. And the mind can come back in as it needs. But when we bring the mind back in, we know we do not have to believe the stories. Stories come after the sensation. Stories come after the emotions. So in order to fully feel what is here, we do not need story, we do not need mind, we do not need labels. We just need to feel. Thank you for sharing in this practice with me today. I hope it was of service to you in some way. Hari Om.